Welcome back. I'm here with La Liga correspondent Matt Law to talk about Real Madrid versus Espanyol. Only one place to start, Matt. Real Madrid's 22-match winning run finally came to an end against Valencia last time out.
Yeah, it was always going to come to it at some point, was it? To win 22 games in all competitions is incredible. That included, obviously, Champions League games, Copa del Rey, and to win that amount of games after losing to Atletico, I mean, that was their second defeat of the first three league games, and to go on that sort of run, I mean, interestingly, they lost to AC Milan the friendly last week. I think many people too aware they played in Dubai and lost 4-2 in that game. Didn't play particularly well in that game. It's obviously a friendly, but to come back here, go to Valencia, it's always a tough game. After their Club World Cup exploits, which you obviously won, it takes something out of you, and then you get back into the groove after the winter break. And they took the lead. Ronaldo scored his 26th goal of the season, 26th league goal of the season, from the penalty spot. And you thought, oh, Valencia are going to struggle here, but they played really well. Enzo Perez came in for them. Andre Gomes was very good. And Valencia at home earlier on the season, they played Barcelona, and they should have won that game. They conceded late on to Sergio Busquets, and they're looking really good at the minute. I don't think they can title challenge, but to lose at Valencia is no disgrace. I mean, the Mestalla, they've been so good. I think they've got the best home record in the league this season, Valencia. So to lose there is not too bad, and I'm sure Real Madrid will bounce back.
There's one moment in the game when Bale went through and he could have passed it to Benzema's shot instead. You received a bit of criticism for that after missing. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think it's a strange way of sort of nitpicking, isn't it, for certain things. He should have passed, but I mean, how many times do you see players do that? That they sort of want to not taking the glory, but if you felt like he could score, then I mean, he's done it in the Champions League final, Copa del Rey final. He's got lots of goals last season. Was instrumental in helping them win, but he's never going to be number one there, is he? Because of obviously Ronaldo, and Ronaldo's always going to be the main man. I think there's stories coming out as well that he struggled to learn the language, and obviously he knows Luka Modric from his Tottenham days, and I think they spend quite a lot of time together. But I think him and Ronaldo relationship is quite strange. I think it's quite fabricated at times. I mean, in the media they're always sort of looking pally, aren't they? But whether behind closed doors there is like that, I mean, Real Madrid's quite a lot of big personalities, and you wouldn't really call Bale a massive personality, would you? He's just a quiet guy from Wales, really. That's what he is. Who's made it obviously to the big time, but it's harsh. And I think the talk of going to Manchester United has come from somewhere, but I can't see him leaving. But he's getting a bit of criticism, yeah.
Even with the defeat to Valencia, they're still top of the table. They got let off with Barcelona losing against Sociedad, didn't they? If Barcelona had won that, they would have moved top of the table. It still would have been in Madrid's hands. They've got a game in hand. But obviously, it's a different mentality when you're chasing, isn't it? It would have put the pressure more on Real Madrid. Now they're top of the table with a game in hand. It's all in their hands, and they've got Getafe, Cordoba next, two games they'd expect to win. So things are certainly looking good for them to get the La Liga title back.
I mean, you mentioned the next two games of this game as well, home to Espanyol. It's not the toughest game. I mean, Real Madrid scored 56 goals this season in 16 games. That's just incredible. I think that was the big surprise at Valencia. I mean, they didn't create too many chances. I mean, away from home, when they have lost this season, obviously lost at Atletico, lost at home to Atletico. Sorry, they created a lot of chances in that game, but against Valencia, it wasn't really the case. I mean, Espanyol as well. It's difficult to see them getting anything. They're 10th in the league at the minute. They lost out against Eibar, who come up from the Segunda, and everyone thought they were going to struggle, and they've done really well this season. Obviously, they were 2-0 up, and Espanyol scored late on. I think it was Philip Casido, who used to play for Manchester City, who scored that goal. And it's struggles though, because they're always going to be one of those teams that struggles. I mean, earlier in the season they played Barcelona, their big rivals, and played very well in the first half. Sergio Garcia got the goal, and Lionel Messi scored in the half time, and their heads dropped and end up losing 5-1. So they're a sort of team who feed on confidence. They played quite well at the Bernabeu last season. They only lost 3-1, but in this particular game, they do tend to struggle in big games. They haven't scored too many goals, only 21 to their name, so it's going to be difficult for them.
Do you give them any chance at all?
No, I don't know. I think it'll be, obviously Real Madrid will be keen to get back to winning ways in the league. I think they will. I can't really see be tight for certain stages of the match, but I think Real Madrid will win fairly comfortably. I think it'll be 3-1.
Sportsman going for a 3-1 win for Real Madrid.